For becoming a professional athlete, you need three things. The first is your game. Suppose you're put in a professional environment to play a game in front of coaches, fans, team members, family members. If you cannot perform in this situation, then the coaches will put you out of the game for the first thing in the world. Thus, if you actually want to stand a chance to become a professional player, the first thing that you need is to actually be able to play that sport just as good as the professional players of that sport. Second thing that you will need is to have connections. Connections are basically relationships with people who are already inside of the professional system, who are either coaches or players for professional teams and academies, and who can actually help you become a professional player by setting you up in a trial where you will at least get a chance to showcase your talent, to showcase your game and impress the coaches, who will either further become connections for you or who will sign you to play professional game for their team. The third and the last thing that you might possibly ever need in order to become a professional player of any sport is to have reluctance, resilience, and perseverance. Regardless of whatever you would want to do in your life, you will always be faced with difficult times, with circumstances that will seem impossible to get out of, and with days that will make it seem like your dream is done and that you cannot go any further. But in these times are the bravest warriors shaped. These are the times wherein you would feel the worst about being whatever you are, but these are also the times in which you have to keep going, because when you get out of these times, you will become entitled to the rewards that will come after this time. But in order to do that, you will have to walk through blocked paths, you will have to work even in bad weather, you will have to keep going even if there is rejection, disappointment, failure. That being said, let us discuss how these aspects actually differentiate someone who's playing at the top level in any sport from someone who has basically failed to do the same. Trust me, if you watch this video till the end, you will know why Cristiano Ronaldo played at the level that he played at and why the other footballers cannot. Why MS Dhoni is only one in the whole world and why there is nobody else who can actually match his level. And you will know why these three aspects are the most important things that will make you a professional player someday, and also how to develop in them. You will know all the reasons for the people who make it to the professional level and all the reasons for the people who actually never end up making it to there. The first and the only thing that makes you a professional level player is your professional level game. If you look at any professional game that you can ever find on the internet, you will notice one thing, that all the players who are playing that game at the professional level are really good at their games. They make very few mistakes, they do things very exceptionally, and at these levels you often see players doing skills and tricks inside of the games that a lot of players can't even do nicely in their practice. That being said, there are certain common things in the trainings of all the professional players of all the sports which I'm going to share with you right now, and if you follow these practices, you can become better at your sport at the best possible speed. Developing into a professional player usually takes 8 to 14 years, and if you follow these practices, you will hopefully be somewhere close to the lower range of that number. The first thing is you need to train with 100% focus. Every single neuron inside of your mind, and this is literally how I want to state this, has to have its focus on the next touch that you have on the ball, on the next swing of the bat that you're going to make, on the next step that you're going to plant, and on the next technical or tactical decision that you are going to make while you're training for becoming a better athlete of your particular sport. Literally, you need the maximum focus that you possibly can have inside of your mind so that you can become better at the best pace that you ever in your life can. The second thing that you need is to actually train with the players who are at least at your level, or preferably at a level that is higher than yours, because playing with these players who are better than you will eventually push you to a level that is higher than yours and you will end up becoming a better player. The third thing that you need to have is just love for your game. You need to love to play your game. You need to love the success that your game gives you. You need to absolutely love those moments when you pick up a trophy and your parents are on the sideline seeing you, and your partner is on the sideline seeing you, and your friends are seeing you, or you just need to love those moments of appreciation, of adrenaline, of joy, of excitement, so that these moments fuel your passion for your game. This passion further fuels everything that you will possibly need to become a better player. This will fuel discipline, this will fuel focus, this will fuel resilience, this will fuel like everything. So I highly urge you to put your headphones on and to just play some songs and think about those moments of victory. Think about the moments of high adrenaline. Think about the moments of you scoring a goal, or of you scoring a match winner, or of you winning the match for yourself or for your team, or think about posing with the trophy. Think about taking that trophy home. Think about winning for your team, and think about those glorious moments for which we athletes live. Right after your game, as I just said, you need connections with people who are already somewhere inside of the professional system. Developing these connections is just as simple as going to somebody, saying a hi, starting off a conversation, and then keeping that conversation about that person. You have to show genuine interest inside of that person. You have to show genuine interest in whatever they are and whatever they have done, so that they would feel important, so that they would remember you, and so that they would someday want to help you with something. And after that conversation, you need to do one thing, and that is just staying connected with that person, wishing them on on their good days and just have a little chit chat here and there. And that will do. When you have a game that is good enough to play at the professional level, these people who are your connections will actually help you to become a professional player. They will come to know that a certain team or that a certain coach needs this kind of a player, and if you fit the profile of this player and they know about you and they are very impressed from you as a person and as a player, and they know that you are at the level at which the coach is seeking the player to be, then they will connect you with that coach. You will be invited to a closed combine, invite only combine. You will be invited to a trial or a training session or whatever, and you will get to showcase your game in front of a professional coach just because you maintained a relationship with somebody who was already inside of the professional system. And maintaining connections is just as simple as maintaining human relationship. You make your game better, you develop connections, and the third thing that you end up needing is to just keep going, because in this life, in this human life, whatever you do will be faced by resistance, will be faced by roadblocks. But if you keep doing it despite those, then the rewards that the process will give you will also be worth of the sacrifices that you would have made inside of the process. A lot of players think that it is now time for them to just leave their game and to start something outside of their professional game and to actually get a real job or do something like that so that they can make money or do whatever. But if you stick to it, I definitely guarantee that becoming a professional player, playing at the professional level, playing in front of many people — I've not played in front of thousands of people, but yes, surely hundreds of people — playing there, winning trophies and just being at your best is definitely worthy of all the sacrifices, of all the pain, blood, sweat, disappointment, everything that you bear. You need to go out there, you need to train, you need to go out there, you need to develop connections, and then you need to keep going whenever you feel like it's not the time to keep going. The stronger you are mentally, the less likely your professional career is to end because of you quitting because of an injury or a rejection or a setback or just anything. For as long as you're willing to stick with the process, if not the result, you will at least die with the satisfaction and happiness of giving your best. And this is how it is. You will not be able to show yourself face inside of the mirror if you will actually end up with regrets quitting your sport. That being said, I also have quite some experience being an athlete, and I also have various qualifications for teaching you guys a lot about the human body and human mind. With all of that, I invite you on one-on-one calls with me if you need any sort of motivation or guidance regarding your nutrition, training, bodybuilding, career, mental health, or just current life circumstances. All that you have to do is to go and follow me on Instagram and text me. We will start off with these calls soon, and for the first few months, I think these calls will be absolutely free, so anyone can text me on Instagram and I'll send you a link to a Google form. You gotta fill that Google form so that I can know about you and so that I can give you a better experience on the call, and then we'll have a one-on-one call in which I will help you with things that you really need help with.